What's up, Utiniverse? Jared and Freddie here from Legends Look Back here for a bonus Patreon exclusive show. Maybe? Who knows? We don't know what we're going to do with this yet, but Freddie, it's like the good old days, just you and me here, isn't it?
It is just you and me with the possibility of some technical issues, and going back to using textbooks for microphone stands.
That's right. This is the kind of bonus content that we are here to give you at utini.com. But here's the deal, Freddie. I'm having like a Corey Hilton manic episode where there's nothing I can do but focus on this one idea that has latched on, kind of like the Minox on the Millennium Falcon. It's like it's just sucked onto my brain. And I was like, Freddie, hop on a call with me. Let's just start recording and talk about this so that we'll just roll some footage and see what we get. I'm moving. As you see the shelves behind me, those are going to be one of the last things to pack up because we're still doing Legends Look Back episodes in the meantime. Then I'm going to throw them all in a box, and we are headed out a couple days before Christmas. Got a new house now under contract. I've got a picture of the new room that's going to be my Star Wars room. I want to show it to you. I want to talk about my ideas, get your feedback, and start dreaming with me because I'm about to start painting a couple different objects that are going to go in the room this weekend. So we got to start filming
Ooh.
this. Yeah, you're about to find out. Here's the deal. I have totally lost my train of thought. Problem with not having
you
show
you
notes.
must have a lot going on in your life right now with the moving and then this project of yours.
Yeah, definitely for sure. With this, I want to chronicle. Here's what I was going to say. I want to chronicle every single stage of this journey in developing this room. I
Okay.
didn't take good footage of what happened to this room, but it was a crazy, crazy project. This one is even more ambitious, you could say. Now, a couple weeks ago on Legends Look Back, we batted around ideas on what the room could be. Do you remember any of them?
Well, let's see. There was the hyperbaric chamber that I
That was
came
your
up with.
idea. I did not save an image of that one. I did not.
That's okay. That's okay. The hyperbaric chamber is the chamber that Darth Vader walks into, and I think it's a like lieutenant or something walks in and tries to get his attention, and he's putting his helmet back on with his burnt flesh. Uh,
Yeah. We talked about that this past week.
yeah,
I don't have an image saved. Now, this is what the room
and
is
then
going to look like. I do have some,
okay,
some potential. Yeah, this is the space. One window there. There's another one opposite end of the room.
nice roof
Slight,
structure.
slightly pitched ceilings, but not tremendously so. When you look at this room, you don't think, yeah, that's definitely a Star Wars room. It just looks like a guest bedroom in a farmhouse,
Uh,
right?
I could see that. I could see that, but I'm also getting some interesting vibes. I think you might have mentioned something with the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, so
Uh,
here's potential ideas. All right. One potential
ooh,
idea is to make it a Millennium Falcon room. Now, spoiler alert, these first few ideas we're talking about are not the idea I have chosen. Now, I've not started any of this work yet, so you could change my mind. This is the last chance to do so for our lovely patrons. I'll start the project right around the first of the year. Now, the Millennium Falcon is one idea. It's an idea I've had for a long time. Here's the problem. I think it's too difficult.
I mean, it is really difficult. You have to look at. There's a couple things, right? There's the Dejaric table, which Dejaric, Jarek. I don't know, however you pronounce
Yeah,
it.
you just gotta smash that D and J together. That's right.
Jarek. Yeah. You've got to build the table, then the chair, and there's a lot of detail in those two things. But then the overall structure, right? You've got to turn a squared shape into a circle of some sort.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's tough. It's tough. There's
and
a
then the piping, and
that all seems fine. Some of
yeah,
the detail work of like they're just laundry hoses, like a
yeah.
dryer, like
Oh yeah.
dryer hoses.
Okay, I can see that.
That would be fairly easy. I'm still gonna do some of that and the idea that I have. What I want there though is like turning my desk into a Dejaric board, like that being where I
That's
put my
cool.
computer for live streams. Anyway, uh, not what I'm gonna go with. At least I don't think so. I don't think so. Other ideas. Emily had an idea, which was Dagobah.
Okay, yeah.
So
Dagobah.
Dagobah is a good idea, an idea I quite like. Here's an example of a Dagobah room, like a Dagobah bedroom. See if it's populating
Interesting.
here for everybody. Yep. Uh, the issue is a little bit drab. Dagobah,
A bit
murky,
earthy.
swampy. Yeah.
Maybe some mold issues.
Now it would be a great opportunity to put a snake in a terrarium. My
Okay.
kids love snakes. Another idea: Jabba's palace.
Oh,
You
Jabba's
can
palace. It seems a little complex there. Trying to figure out where you're gonna put your Rancor.
well, honestly, like the grate on the floor, you just do is like a rug. You could
Oh
just
yeah,
get like a rug that kind of looks like it, and that would be good enough. That it seems simple enough. What would be especially cool is the archway doesn't seem all that tough to make.
true.
The design isn't all that complex. And then I can make one of these Book of Boba Fett chairs,
Oh man,
but it's a little bit extra. That chair.
that chair is so amazing though.
It's a statement chair. We'll put it that way.
It's not only just a statement chair, but it's like it's not made of your typical wood. It's out of stone. So having
Well,
just a
yeah,
stone throne is that's such a statement.
it would not be it would not actually be made of stone. Now, here's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna get to
yeah.
in a minute. My final product is going to be for appearances more than for longevity, durability, because this is for a production, right? This is a live stream.
Yeah.
My room, there's certain parts of it I want to look flawless, like my bookshelves. I want that to look really good. Other things, they just need to look right over the stream. So it's
Yep.
kind of like making a movie. It's like making a movie set, right? Except for
True.
the movie is a weekly live show on
And
youtube.com/Utini.
and Ralph McQuarrie's not making the sketches for you, the background paintings.
Right. So one other idea is, I don't remember who gave this, maybe Rick, like Palpatine's office.
Oh yeah,
What's
I
cool
I think
is,
that might have been me.
okay, you've got the cool I almost said bas relief. How do you even say? It's one of those words I see, but I've never said. The mural, like a carved like the mural over there
Yeah, that's
of
beautiful.
like the Sith War, I think is what it is. Anyway, there also these statues are cool. The
I think
issue,
it's like Freya and Drea or something like that. I forget the names.
you know the names of the statues?
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember exactly.
It's crazy, man. The chancellor's office is just too red is the issue. The room would have to
Too
be
little too Sithy.
very, very red, and I don't know that it's what I want my room to be all the
Like a
time.
crimson red too. It's not even like a
It's
happy red.
it's not even quite Razorback red, which is the problem.
Oh
Now,
yeah, yeah.
so we've talked about Palpatine's office, Jabba's palace, Dagobah, and the Millennium Falcon. What was the other idea? The hyperbaric chamber. All of those good ideas. I like them in their own way. However, I just realized Palpatine's cropped out of this image. Sly Moore is the chancellor now. She has unlimited power.
That's
She?
hilarious.
They? What is the
They?
gender of Sly Moore?
I
Seems gender
don't.
ambiguous for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I guess so.
This is a deep dark rabbit hole. All right. Here's what I have chosen. All right. This is the room. Here's what it is going to be. Ready? Drum roll, Freddie. Mostly just because I need to try to find the images to pull up. They're around here somewhere. I don't have Rick to produce for me this time. Here it
Doing
is.
the drum there.
I'm gonna do
Oh,
a Yavin
oh!
4 Rebel base.
I like that.
Do you?
I like that. That is
All right.
that's you know what that kind of gives me the feel of. I feel like you were looking at Dagobah, you were looking at the Palpatine's office, and you also looked at the Millennium Falcon. You're like, wait, isn't that all three in Yavin?
That's what this is. So here's the reason. One, all of the things that I have to make or buy for this image here is the Rainforest Cafe at Disney that
Yep.
they can convert it into like the Star Wars launch bay. You'll notice here that image is a little small. I think I've got a bigger one around here somewhere. The issue is everything I have to make would be fairly simple,
Yeah.
cheap, or stuff I already have. So we're gonna get
Do you have a
there
data terminal?
in a second. No, but I'm gonna make one. All right, let's
That's so
get to
cool.
that. Let's get to that. I think it is here. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Okay.
you'll notice the ceiling that they have there. And I was thinking I just throw a little bit of this like camo netting up in like a corner. It's just a small detail in the room. There's like these wires hanging down. You just tape them or like staple them to the wall. This seems
Yep.
pretty simple. They don't actually have to communicate any information. It seems fairly accomplishable. Now, here's the images that I'm showing off are basically my inspiration. I'm not trying to go for exactly any of these. They're just my inspiration.
Okay.
So I've got a whole bunch. This one I think is actually from a video game or maybe something at Disney. This is Rainforest Cafe. Like I said, this is just like an office that's inspired by the Rebel Base. That's
I
maybe
like
in a
that.
video game. What I like about it is there's like that plant that's hanging down. There's also like the terminal. Obviously, not going to have X-rays up in my office, but the what I like are the cables hanging down.
Yeah.
The cables. I'm gonna do a little bit of that. A little bit of
It's very
that. Now
cyberpunk.
it is. Now this one's gonna crack you up. Lego inspiration.
That's so
This.
cool.
What's so great about this is it's exactly it's the closest to what I actually want the room to look like out of any image I have found.
I
It
like it.
What's great about the Lego is it's not so different than the size of my room. I'm thinking I'm going to put one of those data terminals in the middle of the room on wheels so that then I can lock it into place behind me as a prop for the show. And then we just wheel it out of the way when
Nice.
I want it to be a guest room.
Yeah.
Also, the doorway. Now, here's the kicker with this room it's at the top of the stairs. It's the only room upstairs in the house. So
Okay.
I'll have that privacy from like my kids, my family, and if we've got visitors, I can go upstairs and still not be disturbing them as we get rowdy on Legends Look Back. Let's be honest, it gets noisy. A lot of
It is a
laughing, a lot
noise.
of fun.
It is noisy.
It's noisy. That's right. So it's up at the top of the stairs. Here's the kicker, though: there is no door.
Oh, okay.
At the
Interesting.
moment, there is no door. So
So it
here's
just
the kicker.
goes up and it's the whole thing, right?
Well,
It's almost like a loft, sort
yes,
of.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
the bonus room. It's a great space for a Star Wars room. I think. I mean, like I've not yet been to the house in person. Isn't that crazy to buy a house you've not been to?
That is a sight unseen. I've heard of it. I've seen it. Property Brothers, but I've
Oh
never.
yeah, man.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Oh
It's
man,
kind of fun. It's
I'm
fun.
in the
It's
same boat
fun.
as you right now, so I'm
Yeah.
feeling the anxiety.
So here's what I want to show off about the Lego.
Yeah.
The doorway is spectacular. And this is the door that I'm going to go for. I'm going to construct my own external doorway with a pocket door that
Okay.
is going to sit right inside. So you come up the stairs and then there's the door. And then I'm going to build a pocket door that is like a three-dimensional because when we do the stream, what you don't want is just a flat wall behind you when you're
True.
streaming.
Yeah.
So I need layered elements. So the door is going to be the featured piece behind me. I'm going to build lights into it. There's a YouTube video. See if I can find an image of this. From this YouTube video, the YouTuber, his channel is called, I wrote this down somewhere. Come on. I don't have my normal show notes. This isn't
That's all right.
The Rebels Refuge is
Rebels
the name
Refuge.
of the
Okay.
channel. And he built his own set of Star Wars doors, and they're spectacular. So I'm going to go with a similar idea that he did, except for I'm going to use the shape here of this Lego Yavin 4 Rebel Base door. Are you with me?
I like it. Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Okay, so here's the deal. There are no regular, like, hinged doors in the Star Wars universe. Here we go.
Sliding doors.
There's only sliding doors. Pocket door hardware is cheap. It's not that hard to do. The hardest part with a pocket door is cutting into your own sheetrock to install it. I'm going to build a separate unit right on the outside. The way that this guy has done it, he's got those dangling cables. You see, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That will work well. It all seems easy. He's got step by step instructions on how he did it. He put these little pieces of like not plywood, but thinner than that.
It's like a cardstock
Right.
sort of.
It's a
Like
step up from cardboard, a step below plywood. MDF? I don't know. He designed these in Illustrator and then printed them, and then he put them, and then he spray painted them to make the design on the door. Then he built the archway, and then he strung lights
Oh,
inside
that's a good
here.
touch.
And I think that's going to work well. I'm thinking about putting one of the door terminals, like building a door terminal. Like the one that R2D2 sticks his thing into and twists around.
Okay. You don't want the what is it at Jabba's palace? I forget the name of it. The
No, I
eyeball
thought
that
about
comes
that.
out.
I did. There's actually instructions on how to build one online, but this is Yavin 4. This is not Tatooine, Freddy.
Yep.
This is
Yeah. You got a
you got to
point
be
there.
in universe. Now, the reason I want to do this particular thing out of instead of doing Jabba's palace or whatever is it's legendsy. It's like Yavin 4, the temple is converted in
So
Legends.
that's a good point. Where are you going to put
Yes.
Exarchun's soul?
Exarchun is going to haunt the room eternally. That's right. He's just, if anything ever goes wrong in Legends Look Back from here on out, we're going to blame the spirit of Exarchun, who's just haunting the temple, right? Don't tell my wife that I'm intentionally haunting, like making sure there's a Sith ghost in my house. I actually don't believe in ghosts, so we're all good. As long as you don't believe in them, they can't
Yeah,
haunt you.
there you
Am I
go.
right?
That's it.
So it's Legacy. It becomes Luke's Jedi Academy. I can kind of string these vines. I can make, the kind of stone they have over there. You just use kind of a grayish brown color. I thought about concrete floors. Obviously, in the hangar, there's concrete floors. Here's the problem, Freddie. Too noisy for a podcast, concrete floors.
True, very true. A lot
So
of
gray carpet,
not good. Not yeah. Okay, carpet.
just
I'm trying
gray
to think.
carpet.
You could use like those sound panels, right? And spray paint it to look like a stone. Put
You're
them on the
with me,
back of your
Freddie.
wall.
Look at this. All right.
Oh,
The
okay.
sound panels are something I'm considering. Here's why. In the briefing room, if you're looking at this, Freddie, this
They're
is
playing
where
asteroids, right? Is that what they're playing in that image?
General Dodonna says, Princess Leia has given us the plans to the station. You're like, bro, can't you even get her name right? Anyway, it's a great scene, and that's where Luke shows up fake Wedge and is like, hey, we used to
Oh,
bullseye Womprats back home.
yeah, fake waves.
But, all right, these panels, very easy to buy or make. They absorb some of the extra sound, and then they can surround. I'm thinking this could be a featured wall. This is the first thing I'm going to make. We're going to see how it turns out. My wife is a muralist, so I know the process. You use a projector, you download the image, and then you trace over the lines that are projected. I'm going to do it onto a black canvas. I'm painting a canvas black as soon as we finish recording this, Freddie. A huge black canvas. Then I'm going to use white paint. Then I'm going to do a layer of glow in the dark paint over it.
I'm liking this, man. This is a great idea.
It's a little ambitious, but then when I'm ready to move, it's just a canvas. I've already started on my Star Wars room. I take it with me. It's the first thing that can be hung up. It's a good featured piece. When I move in, all I have to do is put in my bookshelves and that LED lights, and we can start podcasting. Then I can build other things as we go.
I like it.
So if it doesn't look right, you take it down. Here's my other idea. There's photo murals available online of this exact image that I showed you a second ago of the X-Wing hangar. This
Yeah.
could be my entire featured wall
Oh,
where it
man.
looks like the X-Wing hangar is like over there beside me.
That would be cool.
So there's a few
That would be
different
super
ideas
cool.
here. Now, you mentioned a minute ago, are you going to have a tactical display screen? This is the next thing I'm planning on making, possibly even before I move.
Mon Mothma?
No. The display screen behind Mon Mothma. Now, there's a bunch of these in Star Wars. The one here from Rogue One is the simplest, and I think it looks pretty sleek. What do you think? Let me see if I can pull it
Yeah.
up.
It's a nice
People
display.
to see better. Nope, nothing there. I tried. See if it populates now.
That's
Oh my
a
goodness.
nice, yeah. So that tactical screen, there's definitely a few. We've got some in gosh, I couldn't count how many episodes. That's a good quiz question. How many movies
Yeah.
have a tactical screen?
So look at that one in comparison to this one.
I like that one.
In this image, it's too busy though. I could not
It
make
is
this
busy.
myself.
I would
Here's the
leave out
deal.
the grid lines and leave the circle lines, like orbital planetary lines.
But I don't want the show to look too busy either. Here, I can't have the
Okay.
room looking too junk. Anyway, I've not quite decided on the design. I'm planning on the Mon Mothma lines. I like it. Let's see if I can pull up some other ones here. These are also good candidates.
See, I like that one. It's got some circular motion with some vertical lines there and a diagonal rule of thirds. I see it.
So here's my plan on making these. And I've not looked any of this up online. It's all in my head because I'm redneck like that, right?
Okay.
So here's my plan with these. A piece of plexiglass.
Okay.
Plexiglass is having quite the moment in our culture, right?
Yeah.
With COVID, we've got plexiglass everywhere, but studies are now showing it doesn't actually help anything. So now, like companies mass-produce plexiglass, it's out there, but nobody wants it anymore.
Oh, good point.
Surely, I could get somebody's secondhand covered in old COVID particles plexiglass at like a restaurant that wants to get rid of it. So then I'm going to jigsaw those little notches in the side. I'm going to use like turquoise paint, turquoise
Okay.
markers, or like maybe even what are those markers you use to like tag people's cars in high school?
Oh, the ones where you'd shake them because you
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
to. Yeah, I can't remember the name, but
That might
it's
be
so
the
funny
right
that we know that.
material to go on plexiglass. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to go with. And then just a little LED strip light at the top and bottom to
Okay.
illuminate it. If it doesn't look right, scrap it and try something else.
There's
So
always
it's not a huge investment.
there's that sandblasting tape that looks like you've sandblasted the section, and it's just you can get it like Home Depot. It's just it looks like a piece of sandblasting, and
What?
it'll
What is
naturally
sandblasting?
so
I've never heard of this.
sandblasting. Sandblasting is used for like different kinds of things. You can use it to like take off sharp edges or burrs on equipment when you're manufacturing things. But also like if you sandblast glass, it gives it like a frost feature.
Huh.
So they make like this artificial sandblasting tape because sandblasting it's kind of hard to get it into a straight line like that. So it
I
looks
don't
like
even know what it
sandblasting.
is. I have to Google it. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
learn all about
and
this.
it
Yeah.
naturally diffuses the light just like that picture right there.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Freddie. I'm glad I talked to you about this. Yeah,
Okay.
I might legitimately work on this like this week because it's Thanksgiving week. I've got some time off. So it's good. I'm gonna have some help. My little brother and sister-in-law are here, and they're
Nice.
allergic to cats. And
Okay.
we got a cat, so I got to find stuff to do with them all week to get them out of the house. So I'm gonna make
Well,
them work
why
on
not
my
put him
Star
to
Wars
work?
project. That's right. That's right. So if you're keeping score at home, I'm going to put in this plexiglass screen, the tactical display screen. I'm going to put in a Star Wars Yavin 4 kind of door, right? What else did I say, Freddie? I left something out, didn't I? Oh, the wall art.
The
That's
wall
either going
art.
to be the X-wing mural or the Death Star. Just the Death Star plans. I just would love to have a life-size General Dodonna to look condescending next to it. Then I'm
uh,
gonna hang. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you could if you have some AC up there, you can actually use those AC ducts as functional pieces for your
Mm.
site.
I don't actually know. This is a ceiling fan. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with the ceiling fan. That does not fit the aesthetic at all. But then I'll use a little bit of the camo netting in the corner, some like uh, colored cables hanging down for texture. Then there's
You could put a bunch
one
of Kowakian lizard monkeys on the fan when you start it, so it looks like they're flinging all over the place.
not canonical, Freddy. Does not fit on Yavin 4. If it was Jabba's palace, we could do a Kowakian monkey lizard. But alas,
But
it is not. So we talked about the door. Oh, there's one more thing. The bookshelves. The bookshelves, right? So obviously this is a Star Wars collection. I'm going to want I'm gonna want, my bookshelves. I'm gonna bring the ones with me that are transportable. Some are built in. I'm gonna have to either buy more or make more. I'm imagining the bookshelves in the corner of the room. If you're looking at the image, the left corner, not the one with the pegboard, but the other one, that one
Mhm.
there. Bookshelves on both sides, so the books there will absorb sound from where I'm podcasting. Books are good for that.
Yep.
But then the other corner there, I'm thinking about building a pillar like from Yavin 4. These big stone pillars. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Denver Airport.
Yes, the Denver Airport story, that thing kind of inspired this.
Are
Honestly.
we thinking that the Denver airport is literally the only reason that I mean, okay, so let's take us back in time for those who weren't listening. That's probably a good point. When Jared, you were on a trip, you
Yeah.
were on a layover in Denver.
Uh-huh.
You took a picture of the Denver airport, and I said something about you said something about Yavin. I was like, oh my gosh, did you see XR Coon or something like that? We're on the same
Right.
page.
Right.
From that
Yes.
to this new house, you have transitioned into this Yavin idea. This is that literally the story of it all? This
Yeah.
is how
Uh-huh.
wow, I
That's
love
how
it.
that idea got planted in my mind. Because it looked cool. It looked
Yeah,
cool. And for a Star Wars room, I could have done Palpatine's throne in the Death Star. I could have done
his
Jabba's
bathroom,
palace,
got
but
it.
this is very Legendsy. Yavin
Yeah.
4 is a set piece in the Legends universe, and so
Yep.
it's also like for good guys. and also Sith spirits. But so these pillars, I'm thinking about building one in the corner of the room, put some vines on it. Now, how do you build a pillar in your Star Wars room? Well, now I've got some goals with building this project. One, one goal is it's got to have a cool bookshelf, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about building the bookshelf, maybe a built-in that goes above the window there. Not totally settled on that yet. It's got to have great bookshelves too. I would like to have a room that's good for podcasting, so it needs to look good for the show. Some good LED lights, which is why I came up with like the tactical display screen.
I like that.
I want to have a cohesive design as opposed to what I have now, which is just kind of randomly Star Wars. I want to have a cohesive
No
design.
Kowakian lizard monkeys.
Now, I'm gonna get one. When we go to Galaxy's Edge, I'm gonna buy a real, like one of the ones that sits on your shoulder.
Every time I go, I think I gotta get this for Jared, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till he's here, and then we're gonna get it together.
I've not yet decided. Oh, we could get you could get the one color and I could get the other. I
Yep.
haven't yet decided which color I'm gonna get. But
Haven't either.
wait till I'm making more money with this new job and I can afford one. I want to have a cohesive design. I want it to be
Yeah.
good for podcasting, a great bookshelf. I want to have a good looking collection. I would like to have one of the best Legends books collections in the world. Mic drop.
That's
It hands down.
yep.
Okay, we host what I would consider the best Legends podcast. I'm biased in the galaxy, therefore I'd like to have a great Legends collection. All right, now here's another thing: it has to function as a guest room.
Okay. Okay.
We have guests, therefore, maybe a sleeper sofa. That would
Okay.
work. If I have like a huge wall with a mural, I can put the sleeper sofa under it.
Jabba's fainting
Not
couch.
easy to do. That's right. Sure. Why not? Here's another thing. It has to be expandable. I could add more things over time because I love doing these projects. And then finally, here's the kicker: affordable. I want it to be budget friendly. I've got some money I can sink into this, but I'm too redneck to spend too much money. So
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's got to be budget friendly. Now, as a preacher, right, in ministry, have figured out the hack to make this room what I want it to be. And that key is VBS. Do you ever go to a VBS, Freddie? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've vocational Bible school.
Not vocational, vacation Bible school. Right,
Vacation Bible school.
You do it in the summertime. It's like
yeah, of course.
A big event you do at church, and like
Totally.
bring the kids in, and you turn your whole church building into like Jonah's Ark. Or,
No, totally.
No, but Noah's Ark. Dang it, I messed it up every time. The Jonah's Ark. Dang, I did it again. Noah's Ark, or you turn the whole thing into Jonah's whale, right? So you walk into the auditorium through like the mouth of a fish.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you do it on the cheap because you're church, and it needs to be
Paper.
temporary. It just here's the kicker. I found VBS plans on a church website. This is the last thing, and we'll be done. I found VBS plans for how to make a rainforest theme. Treasured Possession of God is the name of it. It's like it's got like this pillar. It's kind of an Indiana Jones style.
Okay,
VBS.
it almost looks like hieroglyphics of sorts.
And it's got this instruction on how to make these pillared archways using boxes and foam. So doing it on the cheap, I can make one PVC. I'm going to make one of them at a slight angle. So I'm going to alter the design a bit using PVC and boxes. We're moving. We have boxes. So here's my idea. I'll put that in the other corner. What do you think? Have I solved it?
I feel like you've done this. If there's any way to do it, what would a church do?
That's right. That's right.
This is fantastic. This is great. Where did you find this?
I Googled, what did I Google? VBS. Man. Okay. So this is like rainforest, ancient ruins VBS, I think is what I Googled. And boom, it was incredible.
There it is.
The detailed description on what to do. So
that's fantastic.
All of this is up in the air. I'm still workshopping the idea. Patrons, if and when you get to see this, if the audio turns out okay, we have yet to find out.
This sees the light of day.
If it does, give me your feedback. What do you think? Any new ideas I should consider? Anything you think that's a huge fire hazard? Or your cat's going to destroy that. Hey, let me know. I would love your feedback, love your ideas. Obviously, excited to chronicle this, get filming, get some footage, throw it over to Emma, see what she can do with it, because Lord knows I ain't about to edit the video and all this stuff. So, Freddie, thanks for hanging out with me.
No problem, man.
Everybody, would love to hear your feedback. You can jump in on the hashtag Legends Lookback Discord channel. Be a great way to discuss this with us. So, discuss this with us. Thank you for humoring me, man, because I needed to talk to somebody about this.
These are fantastic plans, and honestly, I feel like the things that I've seen in your room already look fantastic. So I cannot wait to see this Yavin room. It's going to be great.
Yeah, man, me too. We'll see. Coming your way 2022, maybe, hopefully. Hopefully. So, would love your ideas if you throw them my way. Coming up next, I'm going to make the Death Star plans art on canvas. I'm going to try glow in the dark paint. Will it work? I've never done it before. So let's find out. Until next time, may the force be with you.